Took game 3, 115-111, while Jalen Brunson finished with 32 points. His shooting percentage was not great. It also was an off night offensively for Karl Anthony Towns, as the Knicks big man finished with only 11 points. He had 0 in the fourth quarter. Charles Barkley took issue with the Knicks' offensive game plan post-game. Listen.
I think the Knicks are reverting back to the way they played, too much Brunson eccentric. You know, when they were winning, when they were blowing out teams, sweeping teams, they would get Cat involved more. To me, because Cat, they didn't use Cat at all tonight.
11 points on 4 of 10 shooting.
They didn't use him, but I think they're becoming a little too, really in every game, they've been becoming a little too Brunson-centric. Yes.
We added one more to the table. The Kid Mero joins us now. What's going on?
Hey,
his vibe's not as high coming off of a Knicks loss, but nonetheless, coming off what Charles Barkley just said, was Cat's performance maybe Jalen Brunson's fault last night?
Not his fault per se, but he does have a little bit of a point, right? Like when Jalen dominates the ball like that and the other team plans for it, it's evident, you know what I mean, as it was in Game 3. When you have the Dominican Nikola Jokic on your team, you utilize them like that, like they did in the Atlanta series. That's how they buzzsawed Cleveland. They buzzed through the East like that. So that is what they need to do. Have Cat as more of a facilitator, point forward, big man, and have JB be the closer. Because he's the closer. He really is the closer. He's the guy who you want to have the ball with 1 possession left. That's his job. Also, be the spirit of the team, like I said in the previous episode. Be the Derek Jeter, the captain of the team, and delegate. Listen, it's not gonna be my night tonight. Cat, it's you. You know what I mean? I need a triple-double from you tonight.
How you feel today?
You know what I feel? I don't feel great. Stephen A. already addressed the elephant in the room. I don't feel great because I came up here a couple weeks ago, Stephen A., and I don't know if you recall, I said the Knicks are going to run the table. And they did exactly that in the East.
Ready for the playoffs, I think that's something we just need to focus on.
Well on their way to doing it here.
And get
because
ready.
we got a veteran team against a team of course, very hungry, very talented, but young guys. And going up 2-0.
No, the reason I asked, because I seen you last time you was up here, and you was going crazy, you was licking your eyebrows and everything. Now you have a pen and you're like, well, we have to run. Now you're real analytical.
Real business.
It's the finals, Kim. It's the finals, Kim.
It's real business like today as opposed to the last time I see you. Aura's a little different, so I thought that I asked. New York, is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But do I think it's Jalen Brunson? No. I think that Mike Brown has to lock in and stick to the game plan. Even if Jalen Brunson is dribbling too much, you have to reel him in and let him know, look, we need to run this through Cat. When you run it through Cat, it's looking really good. Jalen Brunson has more turnovers than assists right now. We're not saying he's the biggest assist person in the world, but that's a problem. When you got 12 assists and 13 turnovers in the series, it's a problem. So I'm not going to put that on Jalen Brunson. I'm going to put that on Mike Brown. But I do think it's a problem, and the offense do need to be ran through Cat.
Kirk.
Mike Brown just got out-coached. It's not Brunson's fault.
I want to play the right way
Johnson,
because
they had a game
it's
plan.
time.
I know we keep harping on, like, Karl Anthony Towns has to get more involved. But what is the context behind it? Because they guarded him differently. Wemby was not on him. Right, they had a smaller defender. Wemby was roaming, so he was disrupting a whole lot. And again, the Spurs came out with a different level of desperation last night. They knew they couldn't go down 0-3, right? It was a lot of stuff that was playing the part, right? We could talk about why the energy wasn't there at a high level. We could talk, the lack of physicality wasn't there. Mikal Bridges, he didn't bring anything. And I know he wasn't touching the rock, but he wasn't a defensive dog. Like, he was getting put in the basket. Stephon Castle was tomato chesting everybody. Anybody that guarded him. OG, Shaman, whoever was checking him, Stephon Castle had it his way. And then what we saw is throughout the course of the game, his confidence kept building. Big-time three-point shot when they could have got a stop and had an opportunity to at least cut it within 2 or 1. He hit a big-time 3 on the wing. So, again, I'm not blaming big-body Brunson for none of this. He has the right if he want to go out in any game and shoot 25
20 more
to
games
30
left,
shots
so for
in
us
the game,
to,
and no one should say a damn thing about it.
That's nonsense. I'll be damned if I'm not going to say something about it. We're trying to win a championship. And if you are not being your effective self, we have a right to point it out. Two things can be true. You can recognize and appreciate the greatness of Jalen Brunson, and then also recognize when he's coming up a bit short in that department on a game-by-game basis. You know I love my soap operas. You know how my soap operas are to me. You know that, okay? I keep trying to tell y'all, if it's General Hospital, Sonny Corinthos, he's been shot, been stabbed. You understand what I'm saying? Been beat up the whole bit. You were Young and the Restless, this is Victor Newman. You've been pushed down the stairs, you've been stabbed, you've been kidnapped, you know what I'm saying? You got all this other stuff. They're going to live. They're going to be back there in those stories. It doesn't stop you from chronicling the story as it unfolds. That's the problem with covering damn sports these days, with all these mentally soft-ass people that want you to say it, just spread flowers on everybody. I'm not saying you're doing that, but that's the point. Jalen Brunson right now is shooting, 37% from the field. And that is an improvement from what he was doing every other time against every other opponent. Spurs are different. We understand that. But that means he's going to have to be different. And that means he's going to have to be better. And that means no one want to get Cat involved, no one want to get Hart involved, knowing when OG Anunoby is shooting 54% from the field and Cat is shooting 50% from the field, and that they might need to get the damn ball. Knowing when you need to shoot and when you need to be deferential because you got teammates that can help you get it done. Because you can't beat them by yourself. There's nothing wrong with pointing out to Jalen Brunson, yo, we know how great you are. We know how great you can be. We believe how great you will be. But this is what you might need to do to get it done.
Well, y'all ain't say that in game one and game two when he closed.
I agree, but we're talking about, what did I just say? Didn't I just say you go by game by game basis? I'm saying truculent.
Yeah.
Didn't I just say you go on a game by game basis? Didn't I just say
You don't even have anything in that damn cup.
I got some water.
Oh, you do have water?
LeBron on the right wing. LeBron down the middle.
Oh, you're allowing it now, Jay?
No. I'm okay with him saying it. I don't want that to be the narrative that leads today and people make it about that. For me, he's positioning himself for game 4.
100%.
And that applies pressure, and that's what a coach should be thinking.
He's doing what he thinks his team needs. I remember vividly 2007, the Cavs are playing, Mike Brown is coaching in his first conference finals. The Cavs are playing the Pistons, are down 2-0. LeBron thought he got fouled 12 times, didn't get the calls. Mike Brown comes in the press conference and says, we're a no-excuse team. We are not going to let the defeat. It was exactly what the Cavs needed to hear. They won the next 4. His evaluation as a coach in this situation is we need to complain about the officiating. It's not a dogma. It's what the situation calls for.
Yeah. And it wasn't the message in the locker room.
Right.
That's the thing. If the players were doing it too, then you'd be concerned that they're a little rattled by it.
Game for
but
tonight,
the coach put it out there, and the players just know
things
it's
change
turnovers,
because
it's
of
our approach defensively. Whatever it was, they didn't use it as the excuse, which is to what you're saying, Jay. They weren't making it the narrative, but the head coach thought this is right out of Rick Carlisle's playbook. He is so good at it, and I think for Mike Brown, he felt like, let me just put it out there.
I'll tell you whose playbook it is. It's Phil Jackson's playbook. At the same time that Phil Jackson would be saying to Shaq, champions don't complain, he would then go to the microphones after the game and say, guys, my guys aren't getting any calls. The Knicks are beating the hell out of Michael Jordan every time he goes to the basket. Are we not watching this? Are Pat Riley's teams not ridiculously dirty? Are we not watching this? And then going back to his locker room, Scotty, world champions don't come. This is what coaches do. You say what you need to say. His job, Mike Brown's job, Shaq's not wrong.
Yeah.
But Mike Brown's job after that